Hey everybody, today is August 7th. I'm here for your weekly reading. We'll start off as we usually do with the Robin Wood Tarot, and we'll get some answers and clarifications if we need to with the Pride Tarot deck. Today we'll do the Celtic Cross. I think that's been pretty successful lately. And let's see what we have to look forward to the week ahead. It's been a real hot one up here in the Northeast, but we're not complaining because the winters can be a lot worse. So let's get right to it. We'll shuffle a couple of times. See what the week holds. And by all means, let me know if you have any additional thoughts on throughout the course of the week, if any of this makes sense. Or, it might not make sense to you immediately, but sometimes as you go through the week, if you keep some of these ideas or thoughts in mind, it might become clearer to you and you might understand more on how it could apply to you and or your situation or person. Okay, so let's start right now with the current energy. Current energy, we have the Queen of Wands. What's crossing you was the Ace of Pentacles. So this is kind of what's supporting us or kind of guiding us. It could also be hindering us, frankly, but my initial thought was what's supporting us? The Ace of Pentacles, and I feel like that's a definite card of support and so forth. In the area of our recent past, we've got the Four of Swords. In the area of our distant past, we have the Nine of Pentacles. And then in the short term, kind of what's crowning us, we have the Knight of Swords. Then in the future, we have the Four of Cups. Okay. Now, what card or what represents you? Ooh, the High Priestess. Ooh, good intuition. Intuition, insights. What represents the personal situation? The Six of Cups. In the area of your hopes and dreams, we have the Six of Swords. I'm trying to read these upside down, so it was easy. And then the outcome is the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so pretty interesting reading here. In our current energy, your current energy for the week, we're coming in with the Queen of Wands. This is somebody who's got a lot of passion about something in particular. So perhaps you're excited about something you're working on, whether it be something at work, whether it be a personal adventure, maybe a side business, a side job, a new hobby or group. Perhaps you've joined a book club I just got. Or it could be something else entirely, really. But anyway, what this is saying is, I think there's a particular passionate activity that we're currently involved in, and we should continue to pursue that. Because what's crowning us here is, what this is telling me is that with the Ace of Pentacles, this particular passion or interest could lead to something more financially abundant for you. So whether it's a job, whether it's a side business, whether it's whatever it might be, it could bring financial abundance and resources to you. It could be the beginning of some new income stream. It could put you in connection with somebody who offers you a job. So it does seem like whatever you're pursuing here, wherever your passions lie, and it could be the case where people are really kind of feeling your passionate energy, and that can be very inspiring. It can also be very it could be also very motivational for somebody to kind of tap into that further. So whether or not they're tapping into your energy, or they just find it to be very inspiring and they actually offer you a job or something along those lines, I think that's really good. This is a really good present energy to have. So that could be coming this week. It could be something you've already kind of expressed interest in, and maybe it's just kind of getting going too, but it could be a longer effort too. That could span multiple weeks, but it starts this week. In the area of our recent past, we have the Four of Swords. So maybe maybe we're kind of coming into the tail end of the weekend here. You've probably taken some time to maybe rest, reflect. Maybe it's been a longer week. This shows kind of taking some downtime to yourself. And maybe that's kind of what you've been doing as you've been kind of pursuing this particular interest. Is just taking some time to yourself, not necessarily running around. And it's been a busy summer probably for some. So, a lot of times we get busy during the summer. So if you've taken some downtime and it's kind of, reigniting or inspiring some of your interests and passions, I think that's certainly a good thing. In the area of our distant past, or our further distant past, I think I would view this as being more like the very recent past, like what's happened in the past couple of days and weeks. This is more like, where are we coming from? And the more distant past. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is a period of, security and abundance, feeling confident, feeling secure, feeling that, you've got everything that you need around you. And you're feeling pretty good about the resources that you have available. And so I think that that's certainly a good position. That's the energy you kind of want to continue to embrace, right? So the more, you can give, express gratitude and appreciation for all the things that you have, you'll attract more of that. So I think that that's something we definitely kind of want to do. In the area of what's crowning us, or kind of like what's on the horizon, we have the Knight of Swords. So again, kind of as I think about the current energy with the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, this could be some male energy, could be some masculine type energy, someone younger, someone coming in with an idea or the message. And maybe this relates to your passion. And so maybe these three cards all tie together, right? You've been pursuing some particular passionate act, something you're passionate about, some activity, some interest or whatever, and it could lead to an offer of related to money that brings money, that brings an opportunity, that brings a job or a side business or something, and it could be somebody who's really kind of feeling your energy and is like, hey, I have an idea, and kind of comes in with that and comes in quick and strong. I feel like it's more of like a business thing than like a romantic thing. Yeah, I definitely feel that way. And then kind of looking towards like the future here, we have the Four of Cups. And so the Four of Cups is more like deep in thought, but it's also there's a degree of like apathy, kind of like not really thrilled about any of the selections that are available to him. But I'm also getting like, don't discount or question it too much, because you see this one cup up here. Like this one cup is like, hey, I'm over here. I'm over here. Like this is something, I've got something good to offer you. But he's just kind of like sitting here looking at these three cups on the ground. And it's kind of like, not really, kind of like lackadaisical, kind of lethargic, kind of low energy. You got like a low vibe, as opposed to all the cards that we just had. So I would just say, be careful of like your energy, right? Be careful, like you've got a lot of positive and very high vibe, high energy type of cards here. So when this comes up in the near future, I think you just want to be mindful of that and be like, okay, don't necessarily get bogged down in questions or doubts or fears or anything along those lines, because that could actually kind of like hold you back a little bit. But if you do find yourself there, look around and see, okay, beyond these three cups, what else is available to me? So what card is representing you is we have the High Priestess. So you're feeling very intuitive. You're very in touch with your emotions, your feelings. You're very self-aware. You're aware of what your thoughts are. Thoughts become things, so that's a good thing. So be very conscious and aware of what you're thinking and how you're feeling. Remember, nothing is more important than the way you feel. So I think, but listen, if you can quiet your mind as you kind of did here, quiet your mind, you might get some very valuable and good insights. And these could just be impulses. So what that really means to me is that, like, if you're meditating or you're just quieting your mind, you get an impulse to do something. It could be an impulse to go somewhere. It could be an impulse to, Google something, for example. It could be an impulse to, do some research into something you've been particularly interested in. That could lead you to another thing. It's almost like dropping a series of breadcrumbs, and that's kind of like what the law of attraction is all about, right? You get what you think about, and if you can quiet your mind, you can take what they call inspired action, rather than just taking action, trying to do something. This could be like responding to something that's inspiring you to do something that might seem completely unrelated. But it puts you in the space where, you get an impulse to go to CVS to pick up something that you need. but you run into somebody there who is, a former friend, an acquaintance, or just somebody you chat with that kind of directs you into another direction, or puts you in contact with somebody else. There's a whole slew of things that could happen there. The person or situation that we are kind of focused on here is represented by the Six of Cups. So could be like a nostalgia. This could be also somebody from the past. So sometimes the Six of Cups is perceived to be a lover or someone coming back from the past. I'm not sure that I feel that, but this could be somebody who has been in your past, and kind of becomes, maybe they're a helpful resource. Maybe they are this Knight of Swords coming in. It's a potential that someone from your past comes in and is like, hey, you know what? Like, let's partner together. So maybe this is somebody you haven't spoken with, you haven't connected with in many, many years. But now there's a certain connection on maybe something as similar as, a particular passion or interest, right? And so that could be the person's situation, probably the person. In the area of your hopes and dreams, we have the Six of Swords, and I think this is really where you're just hoping it takes you away to a better place. Whatever all this is, and this this particular interest or passion or idea that has a potential to bring you a new offer by way of money. I think in the area of your hopes, you're kind of hoping it brings you into a new place. That was my initial, right off the bat. Maybe there's a little bit of fear of leaving something behind and kind of moving on. But I don't necessarily feel that. I feel that it's more about, you're hoping it takes you someplace new. Regardless, so I think in the area of the outcome, we have the Two of Pentacles, right? So Two of Pentacles is about balance, and it's about making a decision. So I think what's going to happen is, regardless of what happens here, someone's coming in, you're pursuing a passion, someone's coming in, maybe making an offer, you're not necessarily sure, but you're listening to your intuition. It could be somebody from the past. At the end of the day, the outcome this week is you're going to have a decision to make. You're going to be balancing some ideas in your head. You're going to be doing some weighing things. You're going to be like, well, if I do this, and then that. I would say, again, coming back to this card, as you do that, listen to your intuition, listen to what your mindset is telling you to do. And I think that's probably the way to go about it. But you will be making a decision. I definitely get that. Let's pull 2 cards from the Pride Tarot deck. I know I've showed you guys this deck before. Really interesting deck. Every card is very, very different. Primarily for the purpose, here's one of the, that's not real cards, I'm just going to take it out. Primarily because it was created by individual artists. So it is kind of cool. With their own kind of vision, tarot type artists. So these are people who are very familiar with tarot. And adapting it for the LGBT community. So let's pull 2 cards upright. Tell us more about this Two of Pentacles. What do we need to know about this outcome being the Two of Pentacles? Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles. And again, the High Priestess. Okay, so we've got the High Priestess now twice, right? Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is leading the way. And there's definitely something that is trying to come in here. So listen, quiet your mind, try and block out the doubt, the fears, the external points of view and opinions from friends. It's probably just not that helpful. So again, I'm asking about the outcome here for this Two of Pentacles. So we also have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the only knight in the deck who is stationary. He is not moving. He is not coming in quickly at all. He is not the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords here at all, but in any way, shape, or form. This particular card is really unique because it's kind of got like a nautical feel to it. It's almost like he's got like a starfish in his armor. So it almost feels like he's riding like a seahorse, to be honest. And I think that's really what it is. But the Knight of Pentacles is one who's like sowing seeds for the future. So your decision could be like planting a seed for the future, and this could be carefully planning out something that's going to grow. And when we sow seeds, you sow seeds and you trust that they're going to grow. They don't grow right away. So this could be making a decision that is really going to be impactful on your future, and this could be a very, very good decision. And again, I think you just need to listen to your intuition, because your intuition is leading the way. But this is a very good sign to have, I think. So think about, let this week play out, and quiet your mind as often as you can. If you meditate, definitely do that, and just be still and see what comes to your mind. Thanks for joining me today. Drop any questions or comments in the section below. I'd love to hear how your week is going and how this might apply to you, and enjoy the week ahead.